The belief around the association is that the New York Knicks want to keep Malcom Brogdon and Landry Shamet on their 15-man roster, which means a trade would have to happen. We're going to break that down on today's show. But first, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, because if the Knicks make a move, we make a video. And we are on the doorstep of getting to our goal of 80,000 subscribers. If you love the Knicks and you want free videos every day, be one of the 400 people that hit that sub button to help us reach our goal. This is New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports. My name is Marshall Green. Appreciate everybody for rolling in. As the New York Knicks made some moves over the last couple of days, they went out and they signed Malcom Brogdon a day after they brought back Landry Shamet. The only problem is they cannot keep both of these players on their 15-man roster when the NBA season starts. Both of these deals are non-guaranteed, meaning the Knicks will make a decision when training camp is over. But it sounds like they want to keep both, and a decision could be made prior to that to make that happen. Stephen Bondy saying this: people around the league are expecting the Knicks to make a move to have cap space to keep Malcom Brogdon and either Landry Shamet or Garrison Matthews. Stay tuned on that. What does he mean by that? The New York Knicks, prior to the addition or bringing back of Shamet, Matthews, and Brogdon, only had one veteran minimum contract to hand out. They've since signed 3 players. A way they can keep these guys on veteran minimum deals is by going out and trading players on the roster to open up cap space. Been a lot of speculation around Tyler Kolek, Pacome Dadiet, and maybe even Deuce McBride. Ian Begley reporting this: if the Knicks want to keep both Brogdon and Shamet, they will have to trade one of their own players to create the roster spot. Trading either Pacome Dadiet or Miles McBride would clear up enough cap space to sign both Shamet and Brogdon. There are other combinations of players the Knicks could trade to create the space to add both veterans, but those two are being mentioned because it would be the most direct path for the Knicks to take if they wanted to keep both veterans on the roster. I'll just say this first. There's no need to rush this. The New York Knicks can go into training camp, which we're about a week and a half away from being kicked off, and let Brogdon, Shamet, and Matthews compete for that final 15th roster spot. And if you find yourself in a spot where Brogdon, Matthews, and Shamet all play great, then you can go out and make the move to open up those spots. I like the idea of competition. I think competition always brings the best out of individuals. Let the best man or men, if there are multiple people to win the job, win the job. Like, you don't have to make the move right now. You can go into training camp with Matthews, Brogdon, and Shamet all on non-guaranteed deals. After that, you'll quickly have to make a decision. So you look at the Knicks roster. They have 13 players on guaranteed deals. Brunson, Bridges, Anunoby, Towns, Robinson, McBride, Kolek, Clarkson, Hart, Dadiet, Yabusele, and Ariel Hukporti. So you have those guys on guaranteed deals. Malcom Brogdon is on a non-guaranteed deal. Landry Shamet is on a non-guaranteed deal. And Garrison Matthews is on a non-guaranteed deal. So technically you only have 12 players on guaranteed deals. You could keep all 3 if you do move someone off this team. Let's start with the idea of trading Tyler Kolek. It's a player that I had a lot of high hopes for coming out of the NBA draft when the Knicks traded up to the top of round 2 and gave up 2 additional second-round picks to go and get him. I like Tyler Kolek as a player. I think he has NBA skills. His ability to handle the basketball, take care of the basketball. He's an elite passer. He's a very accurate passer as well, and I think that's something that does not go without being noticed. He is someone that is a liability on defense. There's no debating around that. I wonder if he will ever be able to be an efficient scorer in this league. I'm not asking for 10 points a game, 12 points a game. Can you be a guy that shoots better than 32.9% from the field? Thing that worries me about Kolek, he plays the same position as Jalen Brunson, and he can't play alongside Jalen Brunson. At 6 foot, 195, I think, is very generous on the weight there. I don't love the idea of Brunson and Kolek playing together. So if you're only going to be Brunson's backup and you're going to be 25 come March, that could be a logical trade. If the Knicks do trade him for, say, a future second-round pick, they would clear $2.1 million in cap space. They'd be right on the brink of being able to add both of those veterans. So if it's not Tyler Kolek as well as maybe somebody else, Pacome Dadiet could be that player. And I was critical of the pick when Pacome Dadiet was made in the first round. I thought it was a reach, and it's come out the Knicks essentially only made that move because of his willingness to take less than the maximum salary a rookie would take in that slot. I like the idea of keeping Pacome Dadiet. He's 6'8". He's built like an NBA wing. He's shown some NBA wing abilities. And he's still just 20 years old. Trading away a 20-year-old first-round pick, entering year number 2, for a spot to add Landry, Shamet, or Garrison Matthews just kind of seems like you're working backwards. I don't love the idea of trading a first-round pick that's 20 years old, entering year 2, for a veteran on this team. I don't really love the idea of trading Tyler Kolek either. I'll ask you, though, if you could keep one of these young players, which one would it be? Would you rather have Tyler Kolek on this team? Would you rather have Pacome Dadiet on this team? I want to hear from you in the comment section. I think I'd rather hold on to Dadiet. He's a wing. The Knicks are short on wing depth, and there's kind of a surplus at that point guard spot now. With Brunson, you have Brogdon, who is injury prone, to be fair, Jordan Clarkson, and in a pinch, you could play Miles McBride. That's 4 capable point guards on this roster. Are there minutes for Tyler Kolek this year? Leon Rose is going to have to make a tough decision. You don't have to make a tough decision. You can get this t-shirt today. It's on sale. It's 25% off. The deal only lasts today. So get it at this link, chatsports.com/NYK shirt sale. It's chatsports.com/NYK shirt sale. Get your shirt today. It's sweet. It's on sale. Save yourself 25% off. Some interesting news came across the timeline for the New York Knicks. Once a Knick, always a Knick. Isn't that what they say? The New York Knicks are working out Dennis Smith Jr. Wow. I was a little bit shocked by this one. Dennis Smith was not in the NBA last season. His last year he played was with the Brooklyn Nets when he averaged 6.6 points per game. Played in 56 games for Brooklyn, 18.9 minutes per night, 3.6 assists, 43.5% from the field, and 29.4% from downtown. In 2022 and 2023, he averaged 8.8 points per game playing for the Charlotte Hornets. Played in 54 games, 15 games started, 25.7 minutes per night. One thing that I would say that I thought has improved in Dennis Smith Jr.'s game is his defensive ability. He has become kind of a defensive-minded guard. He's kind of turned that athleticism he had into a strength and a skill on that end. And it's fun to talk about Dennis Smith. This is a guy that a lot of people love coming out of that draft class. Frank Ntilikina, Dennis Smith Jr., Malik Monk. I was always a Malik Monk guy. Knicks obviously ended up taking Frank Ntilikina, ended up trading for Dennis Smith Jr. in that Kristaps Porzingis trade. It's a fun trip down memory lane, but I'm probably good on the idea of adding Dennis Smith to this basketball team. You want to invite him to training camp? I'm totally cool with that. He goes to training camp and he kills it for the New York Knicks, then we could have a conversation. But I just think the ship has sailed on the Dennis Smith Jr. front in the NBA as he did not play in the league last year. There are a couple more workouts the New York Knicks are having, both being big men. Center, Alex Len, a familiar name in the NBA, and Trey Jamison, the third. We've also heard the New York Knicks have been having open runs and some workouts as well. And Thomas Bryant has been there, and supposedly he has impressed. So we'll do a video tomorrow on those reports. But I think it's clear with the reports around Bryant, Lynn, and Jamison III, the Knicks may be looking to add another center to this roster. You have Mitchell Robinson, Karl-Anthony Towns, essentially a center, and Ariel Hukporti. I wonder if the New York Knicks don't want to be in a spot where their only big man, if Mitchell Robinson does get hurt, is Karl-Anthony Towns and Ariel Hukporti. I like Hukporti. I think he's got some skill. I think he's got some potential. The youth is obvious when watching his game, but there is some upside to him. I don't know if the Knicks are ready to have Ariel Hukporti, though, be the first big man off the bench. Not saying Alex Len or Trey Jamison or Thomas Bryant necessarily make me sleep better at night, but there could be some depth potentially added there. So you got 12 players on this team with guaranteed deals. 3 players, non-guaranteed deals. Potentially more moves to come. But before those moves happen, I want you to grade this Knicks roster. I love the addition of Malcom Brogdon. I love bringing back Landry Shamet. Just don't know if I love the idea of trading away one of the young guys to add them to this team. Scale it 1 to 100, 1 being the worst roster in the NBA, 100 being the best roster ever. Make sure you are following me on social media. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram, @MarshallGreen_.